Aloha, my beautiful Scorpios. I'm Love Goddess, your spiritual advisor, healer, and shaman, and I am here with July 2019 monthly Zodiac reading for your sign. So this month is already going to be interesting. We have Chiron going in retrograde July 1st. We have a new moon in Cancer July 2nd, and that's also the total solar eclipse. We also have Mercury going in retrograde on July 7th, and it's going to stay in retrograde into July 31st. So that's pretty much a whole month of us being in the past, stuck in the past. We also have a full moon as well as a partial lunar eclipse on July the 16th. So as you can tell, this month is going to be interesting. It's going to be a lot of ups and downs, a lot of reflection, a lot of reliving the past, for lack of better words. A lot of reliving in the past, trying to get to our next step, trying to figure out, okay, where in the past did we mess up? Or not necessarily mess up, where in our past did our life change? And how can we use our past to brighten our future? So this is going to be a whole learning lesson. So make sure you're paying attention this month. But let's jump into the cards and see what the energy has in store for your sign. All right, Scorpios. So before we begin, I'm going to call on some help. I call on fire, earth, air, water, spirit, and ether. I call upon my spirit guides, my angels, my ancestors, my way-showers, my protectors. I call upon the Most High within me, Sahu. I also pay homage to Papa Legba, who grants me access into the spiritual realms. Ashe, 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 ashe. So, crowning your energy, Scorpio, you have spiritual truth. And that's quite interesting this month, because this is the 7th month of the year, and 7th represents spirituality. And with this spiritual truth, that's exactly what's going on. You're going through a new spiritual path, or it can be the same spiritual path. It's just going to be more enlightened. This is also guiding you to freedom. Spirituality is about freedom. It's about finding your truth and sticking to that path. Let's see what else you have. Reward yourself. And underneath that, you have trustworthy guidance. So definitely, Scorpios, it's time for you to reward yourself. You have been working hard along your spiritual journey. You have been going through your healing. You've been going through your enlightenment. And it's telling you it's time for you to balance that out. It's okay for you to, focus on your spiritual growth and your spiritual truth, and focus on your spirituality in general, even focus on career and love. But then what about you? Are you rewarding yourself? Because you're putting in all this work, but what are you getting in return? Yeah, of course, the growth and the healing, that's always going to be the greatest reward, but it's okay for you to get out here and reward yourself. It's okay for you to get out here and go buy yourself something nice, or create something for yourself. You can go make yourself a painting. You don't necessarily have to spend money. You can go get a massage. You can go get, some Reiki healing. You can go get a crystal necklace. It's certain ways you can reward yourself and still maintain your spirituality and your spiritual truth. It's about having that balance, giving and receiving. You definitely have been putting in work, so reward yourself. You have this Knight of Wands energy here with the Ace of Wands underneath that. This Knight of Wands is talking about you going after your passions. You definitely going after your dreams, pretty much your purpose. You're trying to find your purpose. And then the wands also represent spirituality, so it's like you're definitely going through you're definitely charging forward on a path towards your higher spirituality and higher enlightenment. But what's interesting about this Knight of Wands, and what's important for us to remember, is that maintain that balance, maintain that pace, maintain that momentum. because sometimes we charge forward real fast. That's like in any race, you know, you have to know how to pace yourself, because if you just take off, you're going to exert yourself halfway through and become short of breath and tired. And then that's when you start to have that burnout, and that's when you start to crash, and then that's when things just start to get, you lose sight of what was the purpose, what was the passion, you know, because you've been putting in all that work. That's why it's important to reward yourself. It's like putting in all that work, eventually you're going to burn yourself out. Eventually you're going to get really tired. So it's definitely important that you maintain balance within that. Now you also have this Ace of Wands talking about new passions coming to you. So when you get these new passions and you get these new excitements and these new sparks within your spirituality or sparks within your creativity, maintain that balance. Maintain that momentum. Pace yourself out. Think things through. All right. You also have anger as my sacred ally. And that's beautiful, because to me it goes hand in hand with this Knight of Wands, even with the Ace of Wands, because sometimes anger can be that fire, that spark. I don't want to say passion, but it's like, I'm trying to think of the right words. You know how, let's say for instance, I guess putting it in scenarios is the best way for me to break it down. You know how like somebody piss you off. Let's say you're in a relationship, right? And the relationship end up going sour, salty, whatever, and you're angry about the relationship. So now your thing is, okay, watch me. I'm finna get my shit together and I'm finna shit on them. You know, they gonna wish they never left me and things like that. It's like your anger becomes your fuel to your fire, to your passion. And it's like, yeah, that's a good way to use it, but don't necessarily be like, I'm finna shit on people, like, because you don't want to shit on nobody, literally or figuratively. Like, you don't. This is more of you taking that energy, taking that anger and putting it towards your passions, allowing it to, yes, be that fuel, but yet again, don't shit on anybody. I was just using that as an example. But definitely use your anger to fuel your passion, your fire, and drive you. But still, maintain that momentum, you know. Don't let your anger have you explosive, and then you can't keep up that momentum, and then halfway, not even halfway down the line, you get distracted and be like, oh shit, what was I doing this for? Why was I going this way? What was I trying to accomplish? What was I trying to prove? You know, so it's important that you use this anger as your sacred ally. It says, I listen to the messages within my anger and use it as a positive force for good. Better example, let's say for instance you get fired from a job, and you know you're angry and you're upset about that job, and that anger motivates you to start your own business, to follow your own purpose, your own path, your own passion. You know, that's a positive way to use that, because now you're like, you know what, I didn't need that job because I have better ideas than that job. I can build my own business, I can create jobs for other people, and I would treat them way better than they have treated me. You know, use it to your advantage always. All right, you have Nectar of the Lotus. Your devotion to helping others has the effect of squeezing the heart chakra of the Divine Mother. From her heart drips nectar, sweet, sustaining, life-affirming energy that feeds you and allows you to nourish many souls. When you are full, well, and vital, you are able to nourish others. You are guided to receive your fill now for your own benefit and from the benefit of all. That's what the spiritual truth is about. And then if you notice here, I didn't speak on it yet, but underneath this sacred ally, anger is my sacred ally, it was inner wellspring. And this is you really soaking up all your abundance that's coming to you, all this new passions that's coming to you, because you give. That's why it says reward yourself. You've been working hard, you've been giving. Now it's time for you to receive this reward. Now it's time for you to receive your abundance, you to receive your blessings. You know, it's time for you to be full. That was beautiful, Scorpios. I do want to get one more before we leave. Let's go with this one. What else do you have for my beautiful Scorpios for July 2019? What do you have for my beautiful Scorpios? Notice the signs. So along your spiritual journey, pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that you see. The coins, the feathers, even the animals that you see. Your dreams, definitely pay attention to your dreams. But pay attention to everything that you're seeing along your path, especially this month, because they're going to be definitely clues. They're going to definitely be some new insight. It's going to be spiritual truth. Just pay attention. You also have this ocean card. The ocean card deals with you healing, you know. So if you can, get out there and get to the ocean. That's like a reward in its own. You know, going out to the beach, relaxing, whether or not you get in the water or not, I definitely recommend you getting in there. Even if it's just you putting your feet in the water, you really need that salt water. You really need the water from nature, from God, from the universe to really cleanse and heal you right now. You know how they have, what is it? I guess in Baptist religions where you are baptized in the water in the ocean to wash away your sins, or however it goes. I'm sorry, I'm not religious, but it's important for you to kind of accept that same concept with this ocean and this salt water. You taking the time to go there and cleanse, you going there to wash away all the negativity of your past so that you can start anew, so you can start fresh. But the ocean is also just calming and peaceful. So if you can get out to the ocean, get out there. If you can't, go to the pool. That's relaxing. I definitely recommend taking spiritual baths, adding a little sea salt to it. That way they give you the feel of the ocean, you know, the properties of the ocean. But you definitely want to get into some water. Water deals with the emotions, and this water also, you know, is a conductor. You know, you can do a lot with the elements. That's why I call on the help from the elements. Here with these wands, this is fire. Even with this anger as my sacred ally, you see fire, you know. And then this water is, even with this wellspring, speaking about water, it's important that you are in touch with the elements, that you're not just, it's important that you appreciate the elements instead of just ignoring them, because a lot of people are oblivious to the elements and how powerful that they are. I feel like, go watch, what is it, the last Avatar, what is it, Airbender? You can watch the cartoon or the movie. I'm horrible with titles, and I'm definitely horrible with names, so I can't tell you who the actor and actresses are. But, you know, he is the last airbender, and he know how to manipulate all of the elements, and that's what's important in manifestation. That's what's important in alchemy, is knowing and understanding the different elements and how we can use them to our benefit. Fire, that deals with purification, you know. Water, that deals with our emotions, going with the flow of things, healing as well. So definitely take time to notice all the signs and pay attention to everything around you. You might notice, like I know for me, when different elements try to talk to me, certain things happen in my household. Like, for instance, one day the plumbing was messed up. It was like bagged up. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, it wasn't just, oh, the plumbing went out. No, it was like the plumbing went crazy, and then it was a sign on the door that said something about water, and then it was a spill of water, and then I spilled some water, and it was just like water was all around me. And I'm like, if I wasn't alert, I would have just been like, oh, this is nothing new. But since I'm aware of my spiritual truth and that I'm paying attention to the signs and synchronicities, I'm like, wait a second. The water element is trying to talk to me. The water element is trying to communicate with me. Obviously, I need to get in contact and get in touch with my emotions. So definitely pay attention to those type of signs as well. All right, Scorpios, if you'd like to book a personal reading, that way we can take a deeper look into your energies and see what you have surrounding you, then you can most definitely visit my website at www.lovegoddesshealing.org. You can also send me an email at 3lovegoddess@gmail.com. And I'm definitely recommending that everyone gets either some type of tarot reading or some type of spiritual guidance and advising, because this month with Mercury retrograde, with these eclipses, we're going to be going through a lot. So definitely pay attention to your signs. Definitely follow your spiritual truth. Definitely, continue on this quest to your passions and reward yourself for all the hard work that you have been doing. All right, Scorpio, sending lots of love and healing energy your way. I'll see you at the top. Bye.